Okay, I have said this before, and I will say it again, that The Walking Dead, for the most part, has ruined the zombie genre. Hey guys, welcome to Happywax TV. Okay, I sound like a broken record here, okay, because I've said this multiple fucking times probably over the course of the last couple of years. The zombie genre needs to take a break, okay, because no matter how good a movie is made or produced or directed or filmed or whatever, everything looks like a fucking episode from The Walking Dead now, okay? That show, the pile of steaming shit that it is, thank God it's coming to a fucking end, has ruined, for the most part, the zombie genre. Now, there's some movies that have come out that it doesn't matter that The Walking Dead's out there or not. They're just garbage, okay? But even the good ones, and this isn't a bad movie, okay? It really isn't. I know it's only got like a 3.4 on IMDb, but let's think about it realistically here, okay? This is not a bad movie. The idea is nothing new. I mean, the way it's filmed is nothing new, and it's like a super micro budget. It was made for only, if I read correctly, was 15,000 euro, which is not a lot of money, okay? But the effort that went into this movie, the zombies look fucking killer, okay? The acting is a little sketchy, and it makes it even worse that it's overdubbed in English. So there's some scenes, especially at the end, where one of the main characters is trying to give some dialogue while he's crying, and you overdub that with an English accent, and it's fucking comical, and it's not supposed to be. So, I mean, yes, there is a ton wrong with this movie, but at the end of the day, I didn't hate this flick. But it's just, at the end of it, I shut it off, and I thought, okay, this is a fairly decent zombie movie if it was made, I don't know, like 20 years ago or 25 years ago. Okay, but to watch this now, people are gonna fucking hate this movie. And that's why it's got such a low rating, like a 3.4 out of 10 on IMDb. And I'm really not gonna give it much more either. I'm probably only gonna give it a 5, just so it doesn't flunk. But the effort was definitely put in this movie. But it just felt like a really long episode of The Walking Dead. It's directed by Manuel Urbanic. I hope I said his name correctly. And he also stars in this. And then it was written by him and also by Jan Bolenschmitz. I apologize if I butcher your names, but they both star in this movie as Nick and John. And they're the two guys during this zombie apocalypse, and they kind of like in the first act were very quickly given their backstories or kind of where they came from, okay? And then they kind of meet up on the playing field, which is this oasis of nothingness because the zombies have taken over. They have a little bit of a fight and a tussle, but then they realize they're stronger together, so they join up. And then it's just pretty much them just going from scene to scene, whether it's an old house or like a shopping center or a garage or a log cabin. It's just them going from scene to scene to scene to scene, scavenging for supplies and fighting zombies. And then along the way comes Stephen Moore's character, who plays the boss, with his henchmen, which is the same as every other fucking zombie movie and every episode of The Walking fucking Dead. It's like people in the apocalypse, they just want to kill each other, the same as the fucking zombies do. And that's exactly what this movie's about. It's all it is these two guys trying to get to this safe haven that they don't know if exists, but they find this map or this diary, and they're headed north because that's where it's safe. And it's like, how many times have we seen this? Like, there's nothing original in this movie. Nothing. It's just a extended version of The Walking Dead. And sadly, it's not just this movie. It's like almost every fucking zombie movie that I've seen. Do you know what I mean? And like Zack Snyder's movie that he had come out on Netflix, I mean, he tried to do something different there. And a lot of people hated on that movie. And I didn't hate that flick But it's like nowadays with zombie flicks, you have to try and get so over the top for it to work. You do. And this movie isn't over the top because it's a micro budget movie. But what pulled me through for this flick was the fact that you could tell, you can tell when effort is put into movies, okay? Again, this movie's way too long. Like, this movie should have only been an hour, and it's based on the short film that Manuel did in 2014 of the same name, Live or Let Die, which I believe was 30 minutes. Okay, and he extended this one out to an hour and 36 minutes, which in my opinion was way too fucking long. This movie easily could have had a runtime of like an hour and say 15. Would have trimmed off those 15 to 20 minutes and really would have amped up the pace, because there's a lot of nothing going on in this flick sometimes, especially in the second act there. It's just, I don't know. It's a shame, really, because if you do sit down and watch this, okay, keep an open mind, but just watch it and think like this. Like, what if The Walking Dead never existed? Okay, this would be a pretty fresh and new style of film. Unfortunately, The Walking Dead does exist, along with a billion other fucking zombie movies that have come since then. So this one just kind of falls into the mix. The only reason I'm kind of giving it a better grade is because I could tell the effort was put into it. You know what I mean? It was a relatively physical movie for both actors, and there was a lot of good cinematic shots in this film, and they tried to use different overlay filters for different expressions as the movie went along, and I appreciate that. A lot of the lower budget movie, directors and stuff either don't know how to use this or just don't, and it really hurts their movie. But the different color tones in this movie, something simple like that can really bring your movie along. So I don't know, but I'll tell you, you could tell they were hurting for budget, because this band of evildoers, you know what I mean? Like every zombie movie has, it's just, they were comical. They were absolutely comical, not scary or threatening in any way. And the leader was a joke. You know what I mean? Like, he wasn't intimidating at all. It was goofy. And then again, I wish they would have kept it in German and just subtitled it as opposed to overdubbing it with English, because some of the voices that these characters have are fucking, they're stupid. For no other better word, it's fucking stupid. There's again, this scene at the end where there's this scene where he's crying and trying to give lines, and I laughed. I laughed out loud. It was that bad. So, but anyways, there's some fairly decent gore in this movie. Again, the zombies look really, really good for such a micro-budgeted movie, and the effort was put in. So I'm going to give it a 5 out of 10. It's called Live or Let Die. Give it a watch. Give it a watch. You may not make it all the way through, okay? And I won't fault you if you don't. But if you do make it all the way through, leave me your opinion on this flick if you have seen it. I really do want to know. Again, the zombie genre shit the bed years ago thanks to The Walking Dead. I think it was the 3rd season, or The Walking Dead was killer. It really was. The first couple of seasons, there was nothing else fucking like it unless you went and saw a movie. And then as soon as they went to the prison, that whole, once they left Herschel's house, that final ending scene when they got to the prison, it just went downhill. It's the worst fucking show on TV. I don't know how it lasted so long. I God honestly don't. But anyways, it's a shame, because a lot of zombie movies have suffered because of it. And this I feel is one of them. If this movie came out 25 years ago, it'd be fucking killer. It really would. Give it a watch. Let me know what you think. If you make it all the way through, give me your opinion on it. Who knows? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm way out in left field. But I didn't shut this one off hating it. I just thought it just kind of fell into the group of a lot of other movies. But I did appreciate the effort. So anyways, Live or Let Die. If you've seen it, let me know what you think. If you haven't, go rent it. Come back. Let me know what you think, guys. And until next time, stay scared.